Vehicle Loading Crane Workshop 2019 for owners and persons in control of business undertaking. Welcome. My name is Mano Raghavan and I'm the Principal Advisor to the Manufacturing and Transport Strategy team. The theme of my presentation will be focused on informing you as owners and persons in control of business undertaking to ensure that your vehicle loading crane, stabilizer, and outriggers should always be packed, locked, and secured safely for travel. Throughout my presentation, I'll be referring vehicle loading cranes as VLCs. As you're aware, VLCs or crane trucks come in various shape, weight, or sizes. The joint campaign covers all manually operated stabilizers or outriggers on VLCs, regardless of its shape or weight. The VLC campaign in Queensland is a joint campaign between Workplace Health and Safety Queensland and the Department of Transport and Main Roads. We commenced the campaign in August 2018, which involved statewide roadside interceptions and assessments at weighbridges in Queensland, followed by Workplace Health and Safety Queensland conducting several follow-up visits at workplaces with VLCs. Various internal and external consultation were conducted prior to the launch of this campaign. Background. In October 2013, a 31-year-old cyclist, while cycling from work to home, was hit when the stabilizer extended unintentionally during travel. The cyclist died from multiple injuries. In June 2017, a stabilizer arm extended and struck a car traveling in the opposite direction. An 80-year-old motorist died at scene. In February 2018, a van driver was killed when a VLC stabilizer extended and pushed the van over the driver while he was unloading it. Nationally, there's been several incidents of VLC stabilizer extending during travel and have caused property damage along roadside, including parked vehicle. These type of incidents are not reported to Workplace Health and Safety as they are classed as insurance claims. An example of this would be a recent incident in Queensland that happened in April 2018 when a vehicle loading crane or VLC driver decided to drive his VLC 20 meters up the road. He packed the passenger side stabilizer and for unknown reason failed to pack the driver's side stabilizer and drove the VLC and damaged a parked ute along the roadside. Coronial investigation and finding. After the occurrence of the first fatality in 2013 and during Coronial investigation and inquiry, the Workplace Health and Safety conducted a short regional campaign to identify whether the incidence of stabilizers extending during travel could reoccur in Queensland. A total of 45 assessments were conducted as trial on various VLCs in the region, and it was discovered that almost 75% of VLCs assessed had faulty stabilizer locking devices, meaning that this incident could reoccur again in Queensland. Again, through various internal and external consultation and coordination, a campaign plan was developed with measures to effectively communicate to owners and PCBUs with VLCs and control the risk of stabilizers extending unintentionally during travel. The recommendation from the strategy team to the coroner is to have a joint interagency campaign, and further updates were given to the coroner when the 2017 incident occurred. The current campaign is published in the coroner's report. Consultation and communication. As stated earlier, various internal and external consultation was conducted prior to the launch of this campaign. We developed several guidance materials for workplaces with VLCs, consisting of safety alerts and a self-assessment tool for owners and PCBUs to manage and control the risk related to stabilizers extending during travel. These were also published on Workplace Health and Safety Queensland website. In addition, we sent approximately 45,000 emails to CV and DG license holders informing of this campaign, and together with the email, safety alerts and self-assessment tools were attached. With the assistance of the National Heavy Vehicle Regulator, Appendix Q was developed for Queensland to authorize the Department of Transport and Main Road to assess VLC's stabiliser locks and issue defect notices for non-compliance. These changes were added to the National Heavy Vehicle Inspection Manual and also communicated by the Department of Transport on Main Roads to approved inspection stations in Queensland. Joint Interagency VLC Compliance Campaign launched in August 2018. The aim of this joint campaign is to prevent and control the risk of unintentional extending of manually operated VLC stabilizers and outriggers. Findings. When we commenced the campaign in August 2018, most VLCs intercepted had non-compliant issues, with either stabilizer locking mechanism faulty, VLCs with no secondary locks, operators not competent, stabilizers not secured. However, current interceptions indicates that VLCs intercepted at present are becoming compliant. Both Workplace Health and Safety and the Department of Transport on Main Road have issued 425 enforcement actions. Approved inspection stations, or ARS, throughout Queensland has had an influx of VLCs booked in for repairs and maintenance on stabilizers and cranes. This is an indication that the campaign is having an impact. However, there are approximately, anecdotally, 10,000 VLCs in Queensland, and what has been intercepted so far is just a small percentage. PCBUs with VLCs and operators of VLCs are starting to communicate among one another about the campaign, which is also having a positive impact. Potentially, we've had 130 VLCs with damaged lock and stabilizer not secured that could have easily extended during travel. The next few slides are pictures of roadside interceptions and assessments. Insurance claim incidents. This is a picture of a stabilizer that was not packed, where the operator drove the VLC with stabilizer extended and caused significant damage to a parked ute. Another insurance claim. This incident occurred in Victoria, where a stabilizer extended during travel in a residential area and caused damage to a parked car. This is a picture of a damaged stabilizer after impact with a parked car. From roadside assessments, a picture of a damaged carabiner used as secondary lock to secure stabilizer. From roadside assessments, a picture of wire used as secondary lock. Wire used as secondary lock. Picture of damaged secondary lock. Workplace Health and Safety Queensland engineers demonstrating if primary lock faulty or not engaged and secondary lock faulty, stabilizer can extend with ease during travel.
Spring latch swapped, pull out test, right hand outrigger.
I went to the flood of the water end of last year.
Damaged primary lock secured with spanner. This is a picture of the same photo taken from a different angle. Both primary and secondary locks are damaged and Stabiliser secured with an unrated chain. This is the picture of after the roadside assessment. Workplace health and safety inspectors asked the operator to secure the Stabiliser for travel. Damaged secondary lock. Another picture of damaged secondary lock. Damaged primary lock. VLC crane not folded correctly and intercepted by the Department of Transport of Main Road during travel. The same photo taken at a different angle. Stabiliser secured with chain and damaged carabiner. Stabiliser secured using unrated chain. The VLC campaign started in 2018 and will continue with roadside interceptions and assessments until 2020. And from there on, the Department of Transport and Main Roads will adopt these interceptions as daily operation. How can you help? Here are some of the ways that you can adopt to assist all of us. Ensure that your VLCs with manually operated stabilizers have two separate locking devices for each stabilizer, primary and secondary. At least one of these will be automatically operated. Example, a spring-operated cam lock and an automatic spring latch. Locking devices should be operational and not faulty. If your VLC has only a primary lock, it must be fitted with a secondary lock. A chain is not classed as a secondary lock. Ensure that your VLCs are fully maintained, including your stabilizers. Ensure that your operators are competent to not only operate the VLCs but also the stabilizer. Ensure that you have working visual and audible alarms installed. Another way you can help is to complete a self-assessment tool which you can download from worksafequeensland.gov.au/transport. If you have any questions related to the VLC campaign, please call 1300 362 128. Thank you for your time.